just a minute. He's coming to bat. I want to see him hit again.
Never mind that. Come on, follow me to the dressing rooms. Players have to come through this door to go to the dressing rooms, Jim. You stand right here.
Okay. Let's see, Bud Smith had 26 strikes out. He would have had 27. Oh, it's possible if the last guy hadn't dodged him and popped that ball up in the air by accident.
Yes, I know.
Seems crazy, Chief, but golly, Chief, do you think this Bud Smith could be Mr. Kent?
Frankly, Jim, I don't know what to think. Doesn't seem possible, and yet, well, we'll know in a minute.
Yeah. Gee whiz, kind of seems like a dream. Oh, wait, here come the players.
Uh-huh. And there's Bud Smith.
Good. Chief, I swear it is Mr. Kent. I swear it is.
So help me, I think you're right.
I know I am. I know. Mr. Kent! Mr. Kent, look who's here!
Their faces beaming, Jimmy Olsen and Perry White hurry forward to greet Clark Kent, who, unknown to them, has lost his memory. Will Kent recognize White and Jimmy and so regain his memory? We'll return in a moment to find out, so stand by.
Say, you know how to work up real funness for those funny characters? Folks that you know real well, like Little Joe and Fat Stuff, and Tiny Tim and Superman. You'll even know which button you get inside a package of Pep. And it's fun to swap duplicates with your friends. Get the complete set of 18 to pin on your jacket or dress or cap. And here's another point about Pep that's worth remembering. Those toasted flakes of good whole wheat with wonderful sunshine flavors are a prize treat in themselves. So get the Sunshine Cereal. Kellogg Pep.
And now back to the Adventures of Superman. At the entrance to the Players Clubhouse at the Gainesville Ballpark, editor Perry White and Jimmy Olsen are hurrying forward to greet Clark Kent, who, under the name of Bud Smith, has just pitched a sensational shutout game.
For a brief moment, as he sees the beaming faces of his two close friends, a clouded, dazed look in Superman's eyes begins to clear away. He starts to smile, almost to remember, and then the cloud closes down on his mind again. He looks at White and Jimmy as if they are total strangers.
Mr. Kent, look who's here! Look who's here, Mr. Kent!
Kent, it is you. By George, it is you.
Hello?
What's the matter, Kent? Don't you know us?
Why, no, I don't think so.
It's me, Mr. Kent, me, Jim Olsen, and Mr. White.
Wait, what did you call me?
Wait, Mr. Kent, you mean you aren't?
Now look here, Kent.
I'm afraid you made a mistake. My name isn't Kent, it's Bud Smith. I think.
You think?
Well, you must be, Mr. Kent. I know you are.
Jimmy.
Oh, gosh, look at me, Mr. Kent. You must know me.
Sorry, son, you made a mistake.
No, I haven't. Now listen.
Oh, it's no use, Jim. I'm afraid this is just a case of mistaken identity.
But I'm sure.
Well, you can't tell by his voice. It isn't Kent's voice.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I guess you're right, Chief.
Sorry, son. Gotta run along now. So long.
So long.
Goodbye, Smith. Wonderful game you pitched today.
Thanks. See you again sometime.
Well, that's that, Jim. Just an amazing resemblance, that's all.
Yeah, and I thought, gosh, what are we going to do now, Mr. White? I was sure that we had found Mr. Kent at last.
Yeah, so was I until I heard his voice. But, well, there is something familiar about his voice. Did you notice it, Jim?
I don't know, and I don't care. All I want to do is find Mr. Kent, but now I don't think we're ever going to.
Well, we won't find him around here, that's certain. Come on, let's get back to Metropolis. The trip has turned out to be a wild goose chase.
Turning for one more look after the tall, broad-shouldered Bud Smith, Jimmy Olsen, with tears in his eyes, shakes his head and follows Perry White toward the airport. But although White and Jimmy think their trip was a wild goose chase, another man who witnessed the game does not feel his time was wasted. This man, tall, thin, and unobtrusive looking, hurries from the ballpark to the telegraph office. And a few minutes later, as White and Jimmy are boarding their plane for the return trip to Metropolis, an urgent telegram is speeding over the eastbound wires. Telegram.
To George Latimer. Butler Road, Metropolis Heights. I've located our man. Come to Gainesville at once and identify him. Signed, McGuire.
McGuire, Big George Latimer's detective, believes he has found Superman in Gainesville. And in a very short time, Latimer, the one man who has the means and desire to cripple Superman's mind and body forever, will be flying to Gainesville. What will happen now as Perry White and Jimmy Olsen return to Metropolis? They were fooled by Superman's voice, which is different from the voice he uses as Clark Kent. Don't miss tomorrow's excitement-packed episode, fellows and girls. Tune in, same time, same station.
Remember, for breakfast is Kellogg's Pep, and for excitement, the adventures of Superman. So be sure to be with us again tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And now, from 1944's Radio Hall of Fame, we present the entire cast in a piece originally performed as a one-woman show by Cornelius Otis Skinner, entitled Times Square. Wait a minute, I gotta get okay. Some years ago, when Winthrop Danes produced Clement Danes' play Will Shakespeare, one scene concerned the first performance of Romeo and Juliet, with Juliet's voice heard off stage. The voice was actually that of Otis Skinner's daughter, and the event marked the first professional appearance, if you could call it that, of Cornelius Otis Skinner.
Since that time, Miss Skinner's career as an actress has been a steadily successful one. But acting in other people's plays isn't Miss Skinner's only accomplishment. She's equally famous as a professional entertainer who performs monologues. And seeing no reason why the radio audience shouldn't at least hear one of these, Philco hereby nominates and elects Cornelius Otis Skinner to the Radio Hall of Fame in her own tabloid panorama, Times Square.
Thank you. This monologue is called Times Square. It represents a section of Broadway at the theater hour. Chewing gum, buy some chewing gum. Leandro, hasta la beauty, mamma mia. Lady, please buy some chewing gum. You like some chewing gum? Lady, I got 5 kids. Look, he's a sick boy. He's a little boy. He's no strong. He's a bambino. No. Buy some chewing gum, chewing gum. The rich woman in the car. Oh, Reggie, don't be absurd. It's only a block and a half. Because Reggie, as I told you before, if you'd only listen, they won't let him turn left. He'd have to drive clear to North Avenue, and we'd lose half an hour getting there. I wish we wouldn't get there at all. Now that's typical of you. The minute you have to go to anything that's at all worthwhile, you act like a perfect ogre. Here's a play that all intelligent New York is talking about, and you'd rather go to bed. Or the Follies. You don't know what the play is? Of course. You never read anything but the stock market. Why, I'm trying to think, Reggie. The names escape me for a moment. Oh, if you've not gotten me so upset bringing that awful man for cocktails when I wanted to dress.